Hello everyone, this is Winston. Today is Saturday, June 13th, 2026, and we have a lot of data and a lot of lesson to discuss today. Now get right into it. On Friday, yesterday, we have alright. We have inflation expectation came out at 4.6%, still high, but better than expected. And the previous one, which is 4.8%. So the Fed like to treat the inflation expectation like a leading indicator. If people expect inflation to be higher in the future, then it may be true, because they will try to hoarding stuff, buy as much as they can right now, because they expect the price will be higher in the future, like not just grocery, not just good, but maybe commercial goods. They hoarding inventories and stuff like that, and it may transfer to the real inflation number. So when it came out lower than expected, it's been a good thing for the market. That's how market treat this number. And then the consumer sentiment better than expected at 48.9%, compared to just 46.1 forecast. It's still lower than 50. It means the consumer sentiment is still lower month over month, but it's better than expected. And we have a COT data coming out on Friday. Said bonds, stock market is very crowded short. But first, let's check it out. The high yield corporate bond, which is the junk bond, they break all-time high on Thursday and on Friday. So the liquidity seems like the thing in the past. And like I said, the stock market is crowded short. So that's what I mean. People always like to be bearish, because bearish it sounds very smart. And the downside maximum at almost 9%. I would say like 7, 8, 9% is freak people out a lot. And then it reinsure the bearish side. So people shorting the stock, or they sell stock and stay on the sideline because the market will crash. But the thing is, that may be true. We don't know yet, right, in the future. But if a lot of people position for the crash, this may not crash. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with the ES, crowded short, and Russell max short. Now I know that my indicator only rise about 40 to 50% of the time. But you see, it's amazing, because we have the report that said Russell is maximum crowded short, and it just made all-time high on Friday. So bearish, right? Let me see it from the top. Yeah, it dropped 5%, and you see it's make higher low compared to Nasdaq which is make lower low. The Russell make higher low. Only drop 5%. And then immediately in 2 days go back to all-time high, break all-time high. It's at all-time high close. Yeah, at all-time high close. And intraday make all new time high. All right, it's amazing. Same thing with the Dows. Same thing with the Dow. Right now, hovering at the all-time high levels. We have a report that said oil is very crowded long. There's something going on with oil. Now I haven't had the data at that point in time, like early this week, but now it's confirming why the price action of oil, crude oil, and the Brent oil is very heavy. Even with escalation, it doesn't do much. But when we have de-escalation, it drop a lot, and then escalation a little bit, like lower high, and then to drop. Yeah, today is crowd long. Everyone positioning for long oil, for making all-time high oil for like $150 per barrel of oil, 200, 300, but now it's at 84. See, and now we have news that said US and Iran deal will be signed on Sunday. I don't know, some journalists that said Trump claimed about peace deal 39 times, which is hilarious. But look, we trade the market, right? We don't try to know more than the market. If the market still believe, even though it's 39 times or whatever amount, like 1,000 times, but market still, the price action still indicates that the market believe that claim, you have to believe it. You have to trade it until it's failed. You don't try to front run the market. You understand me? Right here we have the high inflation, and then is bounce, and then at this point he said he will bomb the heck out Iran, so it dropped, and then it is bound on its own. Okay, and right here he said he canceled the plan. So the market show you the sign that they can recovery on its own because of escalation, and then maybe it's fun run the de-escalation, we don't know. But so far we have high. So you trade the market. You don't trade on whether Trump lying or not. That doesn't matter. The main story on Friday, which is SPACEX, immediately higher, consolidate a little bit. Now I think this is very consensus of in the market. As you see on the screen, you see the SPACEX IPO. A lot of people buying, but nobody buying Bitcoin at 63, which is full because the COT said a lot of people, actually the max long Bitcoin has the max crowded long, which is a lot of people are buying right here. A lot of people waiting in line at 63 because we have stock at all-time high, right? So because just go back to 130k, they absolutely need to go to 130k and make new high because stock did. So that's the sign behind it. And then we have SPACEX IPO. Although I know it's a lot of people waiting to buy, is oversupply the share. But you still heard a lot of people said, let's wait for the dust to settle. I think it will go down soon. So a lot of people waiting, a lot of people shorting because SPACEX PE is like 100. It's very expensive. And as a contrarians, Winston thing, SPACEX gonna be 100 and to 80 and hover around to 300 1 year later. And the Bitcoin, I don't know 1 year later, but I would say Bitcoin will see another low other than the 59,000 first, then make new high. How about that? So although this could be true, this will have lower low than 59 before making new high. That's my prediction based solidly positioning. Gold, we have crowded short. We do have the indicator that said most people gave up on gold. But we don't have a news failure yet, so I couldn't pull the trigger to buy gold. So let's wait patiently. But gold looking good right now, to be honest. Now we have a lot of FOMO right here. Now people hate gold. People hate gold a lot. People even hate silver more. I put a buy right here around 59, but it's only dropped to 60. So silver just tests the low of this run right here. I hope it tests again and wipe out every stop loss at 61 and have the official bottom as 59. Maybe that's just a wishful thinking. Alright, so late Friday we have a news that said government will suspend the new AI tool over security concern. The AI tool is Fable 5 and Mythos 5 of Anthropic Claude. So a lot of people saying that, like, why government care about the private sector business? Now they restrict the most powerful model. How can this company make money? But I think it's very bullish for the AI sector because now nobody knows, even the government or even Claude or Anthropic knows about the potential of AI. Like nobody actually know, and they're afraid of that power. And you know how many percent of you actually use AI beside the chatbot? How many of you actually use AI beside the chatbot, which is the most simple thing form of AI? Like, do you use agent? Do you use coding? Do you make any products because of AI? 5 minutes they make like an app, beautiful app, like beautiful website, beautiful coding. Do you know about that? Do you use about that? Right. So I think a lot of people in the market mispricing the AI future. But that's just my thought. What do you think? Comment below. All right, guys. That's it for today, guys. Overall, we are in the stock market in a very good position, with everyone is so bearish, too bearish in the market, and the market hovering at all-time high. So why we so bearish? I don't know. I think it's because it's very, like I said, it sounds very small, and you get a lot of view if you bearish, and maybe they actually not trading, but their business is telling you the lie, feeding you what you want to hear, and you know, and they are sympathy with you, and you sympathy with them. So sound kind of gay. All right, that's it for today. I will see you on Monday. All right, bye bye.